How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And what are we going to be bringing to your eyeballs today? It is a Grumman A6, as you can see, from the US Navy's VA-165 boomers, and it is an A-6E Intruder, of course, by a Century Wings in 1/72 scale diecast. Now, VA-165 was an attack squadron formed in 1960, originally equipped with the A-1 Skyraider that would be involved in engagements during the Vietnam War, and during this time would convert to the A-6 Intruder and during the late 60s and operate them for the remainder of the war. Now, our aircraft here is the A-6E, as I said, which flew from 1975 until the unit's disbandment in 1996. Now, our particular model is of an aircraft that was given a water-based paint scheme for use during Exercise Red Flag. Check out that awesome-looking camo scheme. That is actual nuts. Now, they were testing the tactical application of the camouflage scheme here, and the aircraft kept this particular livery until April of 1990, when it was finally washed off and the aircraft returned to its normal operating colours. Now, you can see it's got a little weapons pack in the flap, of course, and boy, that does look fantastic. Let's not keep us all waiting. I want to see this as well. So what we'll do is, let's open a box and check out this awesome-looking Intruder. Alrighty, with the model out of the box, it does come with the weapons pack that does have some, I think, Mark 82 bombs, some tanks, and I think some HARM missiles there, which will be good to affix to the aircraft. It does come, well, as per usual with the Century Wings, they make great use of the base of the model, and it does have the instructions for you. So, oh, well, it's got all the labels of what missiles they are. Anyway, yep, Mark 82s and HARM missiles. And, of course, the landing gear options. That is always great with these Century Wings, how they do that. It does come with a stand as well, which the model monkey quickly just put together. It is a clear stand, so you do keep the ordnance on the aircraft to that tank, central tank, and that just slips straight through there, which is going to be awesome. Now, let us get to the model. We'll get this lid off. Oh, come on, come off. Thank you. Oh, that looks nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Alright, so you do have the usual landing gear options for gear up, gear down. You do get a couple of little pilot figures. Let's see if we can get one out. We'll quickly show you one of those right now. Oh, they are a struggle to get out with my sausage fingers. That is a pilot figure. There is a lot of nice detail on there, so you'll be pretty happy with those. You do get 2 crew members. Let's get this beautiful looking model out so we can check it out before we do any assembly, as per usual. Oh, it's always a good way to check out those extra details. All right, wow. This absolutely looks nuts. I'm glad I grabbed it. This is a relatively new purchase for me, so I think they might still be available. I bought this brand new off a hobby shop, so depending on your location. But check out the details. That camo is beautiful. That looks great. Man, I'm definitely glad I grabbed this. It is not, of course, the cheapest model. Century Wings are a little bit dear, but boy, look at the quality there. Look at that beautiful work there. That just looks awesome. The magnificent detail in this. It has got so much great detail. Check out that. That looks great. Yeah, very, very nice. We'll have a little look underneath next and check out the arrestor hook. I don't think that comes out. It doesn't want to look like it doesn't want to look like it comes out. It does have the options, of course, like all the slots there for your ordnance to go on, and of course your landing gear options. That does look great though. Yep. All right, I won't keep you waiting any longer. We will assemble this, and we'll come right back with this thing in flight and check it out properly. All right, we'll be right back in a moment. Alrighty, here we have it set up for in-flight. Very straightforward, just your 3 gear bay doors that go in really nicely. We'll zoom in a fraction and have a little look. They fit perfectly. There is no dramas in there whatsoever. Same with the bombs and the HARM missiles. They went on seamlessly. There was no fitment issues whatsoever. Such a great looking model and a great fit. The tank went on perfect as well. Obviously, when you put it on the stand, you will have to swap out that tank. You do get a spare tank that does have that slit through it for to sit on the stand, and it does come up great. We'll zoom back out. And I think this is just wonderful. You do have some movement here as well in these parts as well, if moving things are your thing. But this is how your beautiful aircraft's going to set up, and it does look absolutely amazing. You can slide that back to open the canopy, and that is the detail inside there. There is a absolute ton of detail there, as you can see. Check out all the gauge detail and the interior. That is absolutely insane. And I gather the pilots should be relatively easy to drop in, like so. As I say, I don't really do pilots in my aircraft very often because I usually have them on their landing gear, sitting on the ground. And you're not going to have a pilot sitting in there forever waiting to take off. But that is how it's going to look. Oh, he sort of wiggled around a little bit. You could, I just dropped him in there, so they will seat a bit better if you push them back, I suppose. Oh, he just went back. He's moving. He's getting caught a little bit on the canopy, I suppose, if you push him down a little bit. And yeah, but anyway, that's how they're going to look. They do sit in there nicely. They do. The pilots do present really well as well. And I think this does look absolutely nuts. You will definitely be pretty happy. We'll see if we can get those pilots out. Which is very straightforward. So they go in and out really easy. And of course, if you want to put it on the stand, as I said, you do have to remove this ordnance here, this tank. But you do get that stand that does have the tank on it. So you can just chuck it on the stand like so. And that is your Intruder set up on the stand, and that does look immaculate. I reckon this livery is absolutely insanely good, and that is one fantastic looking Intruder. That is the kind of Intruder I would love having in my house. But what we'll do though is we'll quickly chuck some landing gear on this as well, and chuck it on the scales and check out the weight. So we will be back in just one moment. All right, here we have it set up for gear down. Very straightforward. There is just 2 gear bay doors, as you can see. We'll zoom in a fraction. And one thing I want to say, see the Sentry Wings logo in there? That is on the inside, like in the wheel well, which is a great spot. It's not at like on the exterior of the model, like you have a lot of manufacturers. You get your big corgi stamps that stand out. It is tucked away nicely, hidden away in the wheel well, which is, I think, fantastic. So it doesn't sort of detract from your aircraft when you have it on display. But as I said, there is just those 2 gear bay doors and then the main wheel. It pays to take the Mark 82s off, and that'll give you access for your fingers to get in there to put your gear bay doors. The wheels roll. There is no drama with the main wheels rolling. They set up reasonably well. There's no difficulty in it. The front nose wheel is just one piece. It's just one module. That rolls as well. So all the landing gear does roll. So if you like to do that kind of thing, like roll your aircraft around, you can. You can put your central tank back on, and that is your beautiful looking Intruder set up gear down. Man, that does look cool. I don't know how many times I've said that in the video, but I will keep saying it because it is freaking true. But yep, definitely great. We'll chuck it on the deck, I suppose, and we'll see how it sits on that landing gear. And that is that. And as I said, if you feel like rolling it around, you can do that to your heart's content. And speaking of content, let's see how much metal content is in this beast. We'll lift it up and we'll check some weight out. What do you reckon? That sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? All right. Let's chuck this beautiful model on the scales. And we have it at 351 grams, which is not too bad. Look, for such a fantastic looking model, even if it weighed 200 grams, I'd still be buying it. It looks absolutely superb. Yep, love that look. Definitely very, very nice. So we'll start winding up the video. You've heard me waffle on it enough. So I will happily take some photos of this and throw them on at the end of the video as per usual. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video in any sort of way, some of these my way would be awesome. And always feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're watching and you haven't done that. And hey, drop some comments below if you've got something to say about what you've seen today. Hopefully it's positive, because for me it's definitely very positive. This is a beaut. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and you all have an awesome sauce rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.